Hi guys, welcome to Ghana Deluxe, and this is Ghana's most beautiful review with us on Ghana Deluxe. We'll be taking you through the next 11 weeks, because it is 13 weeks, we've done 2 weeks already. So it means that we're having 11 weeks more. So the next 11 weeks, I'll be here taking you through the journey. We'll talk about what you've been talking about in your home or in the house that you don't have a screen to say it. I am here with my guests and my panelists to talk about them each and every day. So don't worry, we'll speak for you. But I'm not doing that alone. In studio, I have with me Asiedua. She was the second runner for 2022 Ghana's Most Beautiful. Asiedua, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here. Yeah.
You're glittering.
And you don't look bad yourself. You're looking sharp.
You're sure?
Yes.
I'm blushing.
Oh.
All right.
I'm supposed to be the one blushing because I'm the lady here.
Oh,
Guys
no.
are supposed to have that, manly look and no.
No, I don't agree with that. And I'll tell you why I don't agree later in the video.
Okay.
But I don't want to mention the right thing. I want to mention Yehowadah. Is that right?
No.
What's the name?
Yehowadah.
Yehowadah.
But I prefer Yehoda.
Okay, so that's Yehoda. She'll also be joining us each and every time to have our review. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go deep into it. Let's just start. Ghana's Most Beautiful. How far? You have been. Let me start with her because you've been through the process. 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
So 2 years ago. I
2
would
years
say.
ago. Tell me how was the feeling like?
So first of all, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to every single person that has been with me through my journey on Ghana's Most Beautiful platform and even after, because the journey even begins after the show. And for me, it's been a very life-changing opportunity for me. It's been a learning curve, one with lots of ups and downs. And so you get to learn, you get to, make new friends, you get to tap into what other people have as well. So Ghana's Most Beautiful is not just a pageant here in Ghana, but it's that #1 platform to be a lady.
Oh, okay. You said it's just that #1 platform.
Exactly. It's Ghana's Most Beautiful and the rest. That's what I say.
Ghana's Most Beautiful
and the rest.
So all the rest are what?
They are the #2. You go to #2 whether you like it or yes.
Okay. I won't talk. I won't say anything about that. Hold her neck. Not me. I didn't say some. So Yehoda,
Yes.
it's been 2 weeks. How has it been like?
I mean, it just started. The contestants are warming up to their audience, the stage, the judges. We are basically still getting to know them. So yeah, so far it's been very enlightening.
Who is making it for you? So far, who is making?
I'll put a pin in that. We'll answer later.
Okay.
Later.
All right. So today, in this episode, our main focus is on the second week, the second episode, which the focus is on Folktales. So that is what we are looking at today. We'll look at their presentations. We'll look at issues of cultural representation. We'll go to the judges and also look at, what the judges did, if it was really fair or it wasn't. We'll also talk about the various awards that the various contestants got on that particular night. I know people got someone got star performer, someone also got best costume. Then
Kivo Woman.
Yeah, Kivo Woman, and I'll say well, the person was the best person eating Kivo. The Kivo product.
So I believe that's just the name given to it because they are the sponsors of that particular award.
Okay, I understand that they are the sponsors, but
it's funny.
It's funny how that person won it. Maybe the person
because
is.
We don't know the criteria. I'm not sure we know the criteria for that award.
You've been through the process before, so you have.
Exactly.
During your era, there were other brands that were sponsoring. Yeah. Was there anything like that?
So there wasn't Kivo brand on Ghana's Most Beautiful in 2022, but I mean, there are others, there were other brands, but then we didn't have the Woman of the Week, award.
Okay.
It was just, I think they are just innovative ways to also make things, spice things up a bit, and I love it. I love the add-on.
Me, then you guys will watch me. As I see Kivo Woman of the.
But there's Kivo Pepe.
Yeah, so maybe the person is using all the products.
He doesn't cook, so he just went to Gary Street.
Yeah. Okay. Did you just say that to
He
me?
doesn't actually. Because if you cook, if you use all the
think of pepper,
spices, then
you think of pepper or something first,
God.
not Gary.
Yeah, God hasn't done anything.
You have just reduced my steez and composure. Like,
No, please maintain it. We
Maintain
need you
it.
to hold
oh
on to
no.
it.
Do not let your stage.
Don't let your
All right, let me maintain my steez. Now let's move to the next one. Folktales. I'll start with Yehuda. I won't mention Yehuda. When we talk about when we talk about folktales, what are you talking about?
So basically, with folktales, I think basically our culture, because it's embedded in our clothing, our stories, music. It's embedded in almost everything. So the folktales is basically helping us tap into our roots and where we come from and what we know and our morals and things that have shaped our society currently.
All right. I see you do.
Well, I couldn't agree less or more.
I thought you wanted to say the same thing. Maybe I'll say I
think it's in the same, direction. I believe that folktales are telling a people's story, our culture, where we are coming from, what we've even believed, so far in growing up. And so they are fictional stories that we tell. And so wherever Yehuda is coming from, I believe that there are so many things that growing up she's been told. Wherever I'm coming from, to which I'm so proud of, the central region.
I'm from the Volta region, so I'm also proud of it.
Representing.
I'm not saying
I'm proud
your
of it.
defense mechanism. You see
I'm
where
not
the thing
defending.
is coming from.
You're only saying that you are from.
surprising.
No.
No, not surprising at all. So I believe that we are all coming from very diverse backgrounds, and so folktales are just to help us tell our stories better. In a way that people could understand and derive something from. And gone were the days where one person I remember that I would see on TV tell all of these stories is Mami Dokno.
Yes, Mami Dokno.
And you see all of the children gathered, just beside her. She will be in the middle, and then there will be cloth, just crossed around their necks. And then we didn't need too much at the time. They were just, children who were so eager to know their stories better. And so I believe that's what it is about.
Have you experienced folktales before?
When I was younger. I have. Yeah. There used to be a man in our neighborhood who would have the kids, especially at night, 6 p.m.
Please, we are talking culture. Don't say neighborhood. Say there used to be a man in my village.
Oh,
about no villages in
that. That's her neighborhood.
Okay.
Yes, it's my neighborhood.
That's fine. I don't like it when people try to westernize a lot of things. No. So just mention it.
Okay, my village.
Please, I don't like that. Like.
Waterians. Hey.
No, we are powerful. We are powerful. Yeah. And then my name is Evans. My name is Evans Ajokache, so you can imagine.
Ajokache.
She's you. I think you love it.
Very heavy.
I actually love your
Ajokache.
name.
You love my name.
It's actually very nice.
Yeah.
Is that you love only the name?
I love you and the name. I wouldn't mind.
At least for
I wouldn't mind.
This week, we don't. Okay, so let's continue. Have you experienced that before, apart from watching Mami Dokno on TV?
Yeah, in real life. Like as I was saying. So in my neighborhood, there was a man who would have. He was actually a nodna. He would have the kids sit around him, and then I think there were like 6 kids, but we were eager to. And there were stories he would tell. Right now, I'm unable to recall because I was so young. But there's some I do recall, but I'm not going to tell it today. But yeah, I have experienced that. It was a bonding experience because there were some kids you wouldn't normally talk to, but in that setting, we were all able to communicate and make fun of the situation.
You were talking about Mami Dokno, so I'm sure probably you didn't experience.
So I watched her on TV, but then
you've not experienced it.
I have personal experiences, at home, and just like she said, neighborhood, and you hear that, oh, it's evening. So there was this, she's still there. There's Auntie Eneba, she's in Cape Coast, and then she used to do that, and she had this thing that she would say, Mbofra, yes, and and then so she tells very indigenous stories, from the region. And I remember even with my Deba for Ghana's Most Beautiful at the time, we wanted to recreate that by the fireside moment. So I went back to Cape Coast and we used a place called Oasis Beach.
Okay.
And then I had all my little children, come around. And Auntie Annaba herself also, made sure she headlined the whole thing. And I believe that, just like she said, it's a bonding moment for you, because you see some children you don't even want to be there.
Yeah. But because of storytelling, they'll come and touch you.
Storytelling, they will touch you, and then you touch them. And there was this very interesting thing about it, the call and response.
Okay.
More like so there's Infanti. Where I'm coming from, Cape Coast, of course, there's this thing called.
Just pressing our necks like that.
There's this call that is Kozi Kozi Wanjinzo.
What does it mean?
So storytelling is not supposed to be believed, but then wajisi, meaning you are supposed to keep them.
Oh, okay.
So Kozi Kozi Wanjinzi, but wajisi. So meaning that in your going out and you're coming in, you keep them as a reference. Because we do a lot of add-ons to these our traditional
that's true.
stories.
Yeah, when you look at oral tradition, once it's being passed on, there are things that are extracted and there are things that are added. So that is true.
Yeah.
So I think it is important from all the submissions they've done. Myself, I've witnessed it a little. And one of the things that I've realized that storytelling and folktale, all these things does, is that it creates that bond, just as we've talked about. Those days, I remember that back in the village, I could leave my mom's house, go and play in another person's house. As young as I was, I sleep, and then they give me a place to sleep. The following morning, they'll carry you and bring you back.
Yeah.
And those were the
community.
Yes, and those were the things we were sharing. Those were the values we're holding on to firmly. But today, if your child leaves home in the next 30 minutes, you don't find your child. You have to go to the police station and announce or send it to social media. So these storytelling and things bringing us together to feel that sense of unity and comfort. I think that it was one thing that was born in us as various people from various regions, just as you said. There are
some form of familiarity also.
Tolerance and all those things.
Exactly.
So if you're especially the Gen Zs, if you've not experienced that, you're only watching on Ghana's Most Beautiful.
Why the stray bullets? Why the
the Gen Zs,
I'm a Gen Z though.
I am too.
But you've experienced. So let me put...
That was very, very young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So those of you who have not experienced that, it is only prudent for you to do that. And that gives us that sense of...
But your experience, he went to eat. And I'm sure when he went to listen, maybe he listened to the story 5 minutes. And then the next moment he was thinking about food. Then he slept off. I'm just giving you a very vivid description of what happened to you. I was there that time.
You just
slept, and then the owner of the house had to carry him on his back to his mother's house. Why would you do storytelling? You have to go and listen, wrap that. And I went to sleep.
Oh, but it's food is very essential. Food is why?
Why you?
Why? Sheldon. All right, that's fine. So we're talking about the fact that it's storytelling, and that was what was done last week. Now, what do we think, or what do you think is the importance of, even though I've touched on some of them, that's from my personal experience, what do you think are some of the importance of creating a platform like Ghana's Most Beautiful as a medium or as a means to showcase some of these things that we used to have in the past, but they are not so evident these days? What is the importance of it? So any of you,
I believe that, like I said in the beginning, Ghana's Most Beautiful is that #1 platform that you are given to sell yourself. And in selling yourself, you sell where you're coming from.
Good.
You sell who you are as a people, the region you're coming from. You're carrying the whole region, at your back. And so you have to give a great representation of them. And storytelling is one of them. And as we go on the episodes, you realize that the conversation shifts to other things, women empowerment and all of that. So this is the opportunity for you as a contestant or as a representative to bring your region to life.
Okay.
you know, to shape your stories and tell it in a way that will resonate with a lot of people. I remember one lady from my region, Etiapa. So she did a story and on
this one they are making a case for Etiapa.
No, I'm just telling you.
Please, our viewers want us to be objective.
Well, I'm being very objective.
I hope that
objective here.
No, because you let's
No, I mean,
proceed.
she's just using it as an example.
Okay, let's just take it as an example.
The region closest to me, closest to
the one she can relate to.
We'll find out if you are being biased or not in the
I'm
next
not being
episode.
biased.
All
So she sold the story about the Kotokraba market and how the name came about. And I realized when I went onto the comment section, I realized that so many people were happy about the fact that
she told the story.
We know the Kotokraba market. We know that this is a place for people to transact businesses, you know, for the market women. Everybody comes there for market and all of that. Yeah. But then you have brought a different feel to the Kotokraba market. I didn't know it was first the hub of crabs. But then because of the storytelling, I know that now, it used to be Kotoraba. So the home of crabs.
So Koto is...
Koto is crab in the Fanti language. Okay. And so Koto one raba.
So there's an Okoto one say what?
Masa.
So is that where it's coming from?
No, that's a proverb.
That's a proverb.
Yes.
No. My
people meet you.
They should come for me.
Please, we beg.
Okay.
But then we will compensate it with the fact that my mom is an ever too, so that things will be calm. So, like I said, Etiapa brought that history and that information of this about the central region that so many people didn't know. Even people from the region didn't know. You understand?
Yeah, that's true.
But some may have heard different growing up. One story I heard about the Kotokraba or that emblem of the people of Cape Coast is that it has the pull him down spirit. Crabs, when you put crabs in a bowl, it's like
they're all clamoring over
so
each other.
Nobody But then she made us know that
like the usual are the press him down
and pull him down sort of.
Oh, okay.
But then she made us understand that no, it is not as people think it is. So aside the fact that it helps you give a good representation of your region, it helps you remember history. It helps you to even correct some of the stories that have not even told in the right way. So for me, that's what I think the importance.
That's interesting because some of us, you from Greater Accra, I'm not sure you know all the stuff.
I do not. Unfortunately, I don't know all of it. I know some. And also, thanks to GMB, Ghana's Most Beautiful.
Yes.
I'm getting to know the various regions and their folktales. So yeah. It's fostering some form of unity amongst all of us, because if I get to know the people on the other side, then I get to understand them more.
Tolerate them.
Yes, and tolerate them. Tolerate. I feel like when we say tolerate, it's like
more like you can't go by the
nuisance and you're just managing.
I can't stand him, but then because of the show, I have to.
But you have to tolerate me. Come on.
I mean, at the end of the day, you realize that there are certain similarities in the stories we tell and the way we perform our traditions and all that. So So with all what we've said now in our first episode, as you're watching right now, if you're a student, you should be watching Ghana's Most Beautiful, because it's the #1 go-to to learn your history. I've done history in senior high school, but I've not been exposed to some of the things that being done on Ghana's Most Beautiful platform.
I remember in SHS, the history we're doing at the Stone Age.
Stone Age
stuff, the middle.
And then oral tradition.
I did history in uni, and
you did history in university?
We did not tap into a lot of our very old history.
Okay.
We were doing world history and different things. I mean, we tapped into some of it, but not
entirely.
Yes.
Okay.
We could have done better on that front.
Now there is one intriguing thing. Now there is one surprising thing. Let me change it. There's one surprising thing. Why people laughing?
I didn't go
No, you can be doing this too. That's bad.
Carry on.
Okay, that is the demarcation of the extra regions. Your tenure was 10.
16.
It was 16.
Oh, 16.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
wow.
fair. So
It's been 16 for a
2016.
while.
That's fair. What is the impact? What is the influence? What benefits are we having now due to the demarcation, the extra demarcation? Because now, if you take a region like Volta, we are having OT. You go to the Ashanti, they have a lot. When I was watching, I was seeing them speak Akan throughout. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But what do you think is impact? Let me put it like this: cultural representation and impact of that. Because when you remember when the regions were demarcated again, adding the 6th to it, there were a lot of conversations about the fact that it wasn't needed. But what do you think now, as far as GMV is concerned?
So personally, I think if we are focusing on culture, it allows the newer ones. It gives them a platform to express or tell what their part has.
Okay.
As one, let's say the little guy gets shunned, and then there are little stories and little parts of the culture that doesn't come to light because the bigger one is in the spotlight.
Okay.
So I think the demarcation has allowed
the representation
yes,
of the
various
okay.
Cultural practices come out. Yeah.
All right. You've been through that period, the 16.
Exactly.
I think that it was easy for you.
How
Her memory is so good.
Because if
Her memory is so good.
if we were only having 10,
Yes.
Hey, sanity. Minim that them naughty. Minim that them naughty.
Shock.
Minim.
Because how do you go come on
Yes,
stage and shock? Yeah, shock. You don't have to go to school. You have to
Listen,
stop.
see the way
Which
she
level are
can't
you?
even dispute it.
No, I want to dispute. I will
You
dispute
cannot.
from here.
You
Dispute
cannot.
from
No.
here.
Yes, Matt. I don't have that capacity to keep all those things in my mind.
I want to say that the division, just like you said, I really buy into what you've said. And again,
How much?
Then again, 100%. I'm with you 101%, 120%, and
All right.
over and over and over. And I would also say that some of the conversations are also political, even
Political?
beyond the fact that people were not some people were not happy about it. There's a
that's
political discourse here.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, but we wouldn't want to delve into that. We just want to delve into the fact that it has given regions the opportunity to also sell what they have as a people. And just like you mentioned, Volta, Oti, now we have Bono region that has been subdivided into 3. We have the Bono region,
East,
Ahafo, and then Bono East. And there's Western North as well. Western region now divided into Western and then Western North. And you realize that some stories have been kept in the dark for a very long time. Okay. I, for one, I never understood. I'm like, it's 10 regions. It makes the show easy. Come and perform 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But the issue about it makes the show easy. It also makes qualification difficult because now if you are picking northern region, it means that you want a representation.
Exactly.
It makes it more. Do you then say that GMB back then was more competitive?
I feel it has always been competitive.
No, as in getting representation.
No.
That's what you feel.
It has always been those that were a part of the competition 10 years ago would tell you that it wasn't easy. Someone like me, 2022, would tell you that it wasn't easy at all. Someone that was a part of it last year would also tell you. So I think that it's every year and the dynamics and the algorithm, what it comes with.
Okay.
You understand? You would think that because it's 10, it will be easy, and because it's 16, it will be a thing, But I feel like when the number is small, it's difficult to get what you want. When the number is greater, it's also very difficult for you to get what you want. So regardless, either ways, I just think that it's just an opportunity for each and every one of the ladies to tell their stories differently. Now, if you are from Oti region, you were carved out of Volta, and now the responsibility is on you to also bring something so unique about the people of Oti, and people would buy into them.
Right. That is honestly true. That's 100% true. I won't debate about this one. Before you come and tell me I'm from the Volta region. That's what you always do. That's what you always do. But I think that it is fair, in as much as I was thinking that because we are having a lot of the 16 now. You see, back then when it was 10, if you're looking for a representation from the Volta region, it's a big deal. That's why I feel.
It's still regardless. It's still going to
that's
be
what I
a big
feel.
deal
That because they were all under one umbrella, you're just looking for a representation.
It's still a big deal because
it's still
in and day out, the number of girls that come to audition for Volta region, the numbers are massive, because every single one of them, even if they are just 10 ladies,
it's
a greater number. And imagine those audition from elsewhere, other regions, and coming to Accra together. You can get like 100 reps from Volta. And it's a great.
So I feel like the difficulty remains the same. It's just the quantity of people needed, or the number of people needed have just increased, but the difficulty is equally the same.
All right, so let's go to the main show. We've talked about,
and they've managed to still keep it, the number of weeks, still 13 weeks. So now I even feel like now the number of people that will be evicted, the number goes up. Because if then was 10 and they are taking, maybe every week is supposed to be one person.
No, it means every week is supposed to be two.
I mean 1 and 2, but the 2 will be more.
Yeah, the 2 will be more. If you don't even take
if
it gets, that's
just so they can get like a week of breathing for everyone.
Breathing space,
All right, now let's move to the whole thing. They did the storytelling and all that we've spoken about, which we affirm to the fact that it is prudent because we are retelling our stories. And then we move to the representation of other regions and other stories that were not told because we're just having the thing. And then there were other smaller tribes or people within the various regions that don't have representation. But now I think with the demarcations and then the add-ons of the other 6 making it 16, we have a wider range of
tap into,
because we are getting a lot of stories, and it is amazing when you are watching them because you are still watching someone speaking Akan, but the person is telling a story you're not aware of. So I think that is good. Those of you who were blasting the government for doing that, I think it is what we are discussing. We like it because now we are telling us
speaking. It's a good thing.
But politically, we are not here for political discourse. So please leave us out of that conversation. If you hear me say I like the demarcation, the 16 is because of Ghana's most beautiful. It's not because of any politics. I beg you. I'm a neutral man. I don't have any political affiliations.
So you're running away.
I'm not running. It's only prudent for you to say who you are. Because, yes. I'm not shy of it. I have to say it. Yes. But if you catch me somewhere to my own case, you have to deal with that perception. Now let's go to the day. The day. Who stand out for you? We'll talk about the various people who got the various things, but who stand out for you? You watched the whole thing, so who did?
Where are you coming to?
No, I know where I'm coming to. No, I know where I'm coming to.
Let's take the perception of the once was.
One thing I want to even say before stating my view is that I would want every single person watching this discussion or this conversation to know that it is not easy to come out of that shell to say you want to represent a region. A lot of times we think that once you are there, it's supposed to be a cool chop for you. But no, it's not easy peasy as we think. And so we just have to give it up for all the girls. They've done well.
They've done well.
They've really done well. And for storytelling night, we're looking at the ladies that are able to, even beyond the traditions that we know, project, their region in a certain light, that even if you are in your homes and all of that, that story can still re-echo in your mind, and you'll be like, because of this, I want to, take a visit the region. And so we're looking at that's not just telling us that Papa Nimo is from so and so region, and he did this and he did that. Even the mechanisms, how you are able to tell us that, Papa Nimo did this. Oh, wow, he discovered it. Oh, wow. Like, we were looking for that wow factor. And then for me, ladies that did it on the night is every single lady. You didn't see this coming, eh? Every single lady did well.
No, give me the camera, like this I'm watching.
Let me give you more.
This I'm watching. That's not fair.
It's very.
I know the card you are trying to play. I know the card you are trying to play. Just tell me. Oh, McCaffrey did well. Just tell me. Oh, McCaffrey did well. Or just say these.
No,
but I agree to the fact that they all did well. Yes, you hold that. Probably you want to mention someone's name.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
please don't let Asi do well.
Well, okay, then let me just be honest. Like I said, every single lady did.
You don't have to reiterate what you've said already.
Yes.
So just
but they all performed well. They all performed well.
So I just wanted to state emphatically that honestly, they all did amazing.
It's not easy to be on that stage, honestly. To be honest,
I know I'll get you. No, trust me.
You get me.
Wait, one of
get
us.
Do you want to?
I'll get you. Just on this show, you. I'll get you.
Okay.
All right. Now I have an issue. My issue is with the judges. I don't know why. I've seen other episodes where we had the representation of a man in there, but this particular one we're not having. So please, the producers, how, why?
You can't always get what you want.
Oh no, but you have to give us representation. Are you telling us that?
Maybe they tried and then the men were not available at that time.
I'm trying to understand where you feel there's underrepresentation.
Yes, because that's a show.
Okay, it's a show for which people?
Ghana's Most Beautiful.
And they are for which people? Which
No. It's for everyone. It's not for everyone.
But then on the show,
there are women.
Which category of people?
On the show.
On the show.
So you want to tell me that you want to tell me that you see no reason why there should be.
Not that I see no reason. I believe that if there's a male figure on the show. I don't have a problem. It's going to be
here in this particular episode.
But if there's no male figure on it as well, it doesn't take anything
from
away
the
performances. Yeah. It doesn't take away anything. What matters is that they've been judged. Were they judged accordingly? These are the conversations.
No, you see, I don't on that side of issues. I understand what you're saying, but the argument I'm trying to make is not on the competence of the judges being a female.
But do you know whether conversations have been had backdoor?
No, that's what we are doing. What we are doing is what we've seen. What we have seen. That's what we're talking about.
I don't think
it really matters.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, that I have an issue.
Because the show started, it started with a foundation of God rest his soul, Ifo Kojomalge, and then we had the likes of David Dontor on it, Fred Amugi along the line. He came on board, and so constantly you see that the show has not just it hasn't been that kind of woman kind of forefront, entirely. There's been that.
And the week before, there was a man on the platform.
So there was, but what we are talking about is it is the second week, and I have a concern. Yes, you can raise your argument, but I'm saying that
second week. They say the same.
It's different.
Please, I thought that if we had a man representation, they're talking about a storytelling themes. I think that.
So how
it would have made it.
I want to know the point where you are coming from.
You've made a point. Your point is about you were trying to make a point about competence and whether they judge right or they didn't.
If they judge right, if
And I'm saying that I'm not arguing on that tangent. What I'm trying to say is that it is a show for all of us.
So you just want a man to
we just want
so
a man
even if the man is
representation.
not qualified to be there.
No, I'm not talking about qualification. I'm talking about
No, but to be there, you have to be qualified to judge. And what
of course, so you want to tell me that we don't have men that are qualified
to
to
believe they did not reach out to these people and these people said, "Oh, I'm not
maybe I
available
have something
this
to
week."
do.
Yes.
I can't be available today, tomorrow.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's different if we are in week 6 and then no man has been on the panel. Then we are going to be like, why? What's happening?
You see, we live in a space where, you know, just when you were talking, on top of my mind, I was just thinking of something.
What's that?
You know, you would bring a manly figure on there, and then the next conversation that you'll be seeing online is that, oh, he's checking some females out.
Oh, no.
This. Like, you know,
I mean, there's a perception.
You know, if maybe they have a favorite or something, or you could see that the line of conversation is going for some, you know, like, then you're like, I don't know why men should be here. I don't know why men should be here, you know. And there are so many men that if you have the opportunity, you go out, you do a vox pop or something, talk to people outside. They're going to tell you that, or the show we, mbasho. The same people that say that there's underrepresentation, they're the same people that are being that chauvinism.
But you know when you're talking about underrepresentation issues, it's oftentimes women.
How?
Explain, elaborate.
Oh no, but I'm telling you, when you're talking about issues of underrepresentation, women are underrepresented. Let's even move on.
Well,
let's go to Ghana's parliament. How many women do we have in this?
No, but now your conversation,
you're digressing.
No, I'm not. You are saying that the same people who talk about underrepresenting, they're the same people who are always showing exactly.
So
and
I'm talking about the men.
Okay.
That you get a lot of men, just like you're saying, that men should represent more. We should see that reflection of, you know, that manly figure there as well. To blend, right? To have that, you know, marinated, you know, view. But then in the same line, we are getting men who would also tell you that, oh, Mbasho, I'm wasting time. There's so many people with views like that. Mbasho.
I understand.
Men like sports, but still may or may not be watching female sports. It's not even.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. It's a true point you're making. It doesn't mean that.
I mean, well.
Yeah,
and I don't even feel there's
a problem.
Underrepresentation. I feel like we have a lot of our traditional rulers who are actively involved in
that's true.
If you are to have a live experience at a studio, you realize that they are the front liners.
Yes.
They are the ones in front. They are the ones headlining. These girls have you know, coaches who many times are males, you know, and so there are so many male figures behind working, you know,
men empowering the women.
Exactly, you don't have to see them at the front line before
I'm giving up. It's fine.
We are happy you have.
I'm giving up. Yes, this one I like it. I like the production, the scene. It showed that kind of, you have that kind of connection. See a fire setting and then the people are. So kudos to TV3,
to TV Media
General for that massive production. It's awesome. Now the next thing we'll talk about is awards. The awards.
Who deserved what?
Who deserved what? Let me.
I'm not here.
You are here. No, I told you. Remember, I told you I'll get you. You told me that everybody did well. So if everybody did well, how do we have star performer of the day?
No, I mean the judges marked.
Okay.
They gave their marks.
Like I said, it means that somebody.
Yes, maybe it was by 2, by 1. You never know. Maybe costume added an extra 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we saw performances coming from Ifriye, the Ashanti rep, who carried home the star performer award.
Let's.
You want us to have a recap?
Yes. I'm getting that.
Okay.
I'm getting that.
So
because you were saying that.
No, I didn't say anything.
You said something.
Don't pin something on me.
I won't. The video is there. After that, I mean, I'm
Which
going.
video? Play and let the whole world see.
Oh, the video is there, pa.
So I mean, we saw a ra. I'm saying it based on the ones that
Stood out to you?
Stood out for me, and
Okay.
then I'm not constantly. They've left a lingering, feel in my head, and so we had a free, we had a ra, we had a tiapa, we had there's one other person. There's McCaffrey.
Yeah.
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
Yes,
Okay.
she's McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
Yes.
McCaffrey.
Hey.
There's McCaffrey. And I think from the northern belt, I remember, is it me? The
Minkia.
Minkia. It's
Yes.
Minkia.
So
Minkia.
Minkia.
Yeah.
And let's just, if we are to
Yes.
watch it then.
Okay, so let's watch. So let's watch the fees before
Yeah.
performance.
Asante kotoko no wusu ni ebedi akwa siesie wo ho na se to ne to na sa akwa abo anjia ye di yenti beto ho kotoko jenjem bi na ne yen. Today I'm going to tell us a short story about how my people, the gallant Ashanti warriors, got the name Kotoko. Kotoko, the porcupine, is a fierce animal with a strong defensive mechanism, and no matter the heavy attack that comes on it, the porcupine defends itself with its sharp quills. Intina nananom say, Kotoko de ne mete and a bonny hubai. When the porcupine shoots off a quail from its body, immediately another quail goes. That was the good war strategy adapted by the Ashanti people. On the battlefield, they arrange themselves in a formation that each flank has an immediate replacement. That is why we got the appellation, Wukuma Pima, a Pimbeba. Kill 1,000 of us, and 1,000 more shall surface to fight. This gallant, fierce attitude and energy of our warriors made the then time king Asante Hine Otumfo Opokuwari Katechie our Dikan to give us the name Krobia Sante Kotoko. Krobia meaning we went to places to fight, conquer, and extend our territories. Eyam pastor Okun Rianana Neyen Asante Kotoko no almost yepentokwa. Wabua Obo me na misumi bo ni bi tintin na obua ka ne sim obi pa won so piao. Thank you.
So that was Ife's performance that got her the star performer for that particular episode on Folktales. My personal observation, I like a character
Yeah.
to come out from herself. Her, do you have a word like ladish? You don't know. Like her woman self. She came out from a woman self to have the representation of that warrior.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I liked that. And there was articulation. It was easy for you to follow what she was saying.
It was well paced.
Yes, and I was willing to look at the end product, what actually the whole story is about. So it's
Carried you
fun.
through that.
You
Yeah,
look
carried
like
through.
you have a reservation.
No, I don't. I'm okay.
So what that?
Like he wants to say something.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Unless what are these allegations for?
They are not allegations.
Oh, please, I'm only giving my honest review that she was, her articulation was okay. She carried me through, and coming out of her woman self to do
Be
that,
a woman king.
to be a woman king,
woman
to
king,
do
a
that
woman
presentation.
warrior. Who knows?
I would say I love the character embodiment. I think that storytelling has to do with character. When you're telling a story, you're coming from a place, either you are the narrator or you are even
the character.
you
You're
are
in
the character.
yeah.
So what are you coming as?
Okay.
And so she came as I saw a bit of a narrator at the same time
Character.
that character and she from beginning till the end. What intrigued me about her whole performance was the beginning. That warrior, I don't know if it's a warrior's
chant, I think
song
it's
or what.
given, yeah.
And then that
It called your attention.
Exactly.
It pulled you in. Like, what is this about?
At a point, she's telling us that they are Sante Kotoko, Wuku Apema,
Apembeba.
These are things that we've heard. We've heard them countless times. But then what makes it intriguing is, the whole, that embodiment of
the euphoria created around it.
Exactly. And she made it very scary.
Yes.
That, Wuku Apema, Apembeba. Meaning that even if you killed 1,000 of us, we would definitely multiply and rise again. And her whole costume, it showed that she was in for business. Sometimes your costume can
sell you out
put you in
there.
a certain mood or not. Maybe it may demean you because you're coming as maybe a slave. If you don't take care.
Even if you're coming as a slave, so long as you're confident in
exactly,
you're okay in what you're wearing, it will show.
Yeah.
It will show.
And
And
if you don't
she
take
tapped
care, it
into,
may have a different representation of you.
I like the way she was doing.
Exactly.
She embodied it completely. Like,
So-
Because even the judge said it that I don't know, I think it's Auntie Jibodi. She said that the previous weeks that they've spent with her,
she's been very
ladylike, all of that.
comported,
And so this was just a different, side of her.
showing her versatility.
And I don't know, but then I really like the half painted black face. He did some magic for me.
I feel like it's like, I'm half warrior, I'm in business, but I'm nice too.
Yeah.
There's a blend.
There's that Gen Z blend.
Hey, you have eyes too.
Yeah.
There's
I mean, it's
that
communicating
blend.
something.
Yeah, okay,
Like
okay,
you said,
so,
the art,
yeah, so-
the entire representation of
I
herself.
like the fact that you people are talking about art
communicating
now, because we're having a conversation. I was talking about somebody was
I mean,
questioning.
culture is art, isn't it?
Yes, it is art, and you
Yes.
explain it. Yes.
The
So
same way you
everything
saw
counts.
some art and you were making me.
Please, I beg you, don't say that.
I'll
Don't say
say
that. I
it.
beg you. I
You
beg
have to beg me and
Please.
beg
Bacchus
me.
row.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Me can you kind.
I'm so.
About
How much do you
You
want?
say the truth.
How much do you want?
If you give me some.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Dakwa won what?
Dakwa didn't win an award.
She didn't?
So truly,
Ira
won an award for most eloquent, but we are still talking about star performer. It's not like I'm being biased, but then I was waiting or rooting for Etiapa to take home star performer.
I mean,
Etiapa from the Central region. But then watching, that was my, my judgment that evening after watching the show. But then watching Efie's performance the next day, from beginning again, I realized that, okay, Etiapa came in, she gave us all of that, that Koto Kraba feel and all of that. But at the end of the day, it looks like Efie's performance carried some spirit. It carried some.
she tapped into something.
Uh-huh.
It felt like she was there, or it felt like she lived it.
Exactly.
She made you feel what
Exactly.
she was feeling.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So,
All right. So the how do you call it? The best costume.
best costume. I see we are looking at Makafui's.
Yes, please.
Saglilo. A good job with the clever maji.
Oh, Jeji.
Oh, Jamama Tashiji.
Oh, Jeji.
Oh, Jojo Wekaviji.
Oh, Jeji.
Oh, Yivu. Vajaya Vuaroji.
Oh, Jeji.
A long time ago, the Eba people have accepted the strength of a woman in human development, security, and even in war. Teshi, the wife of our mystical warrior, Togbi Charlie, lived through thick and thins with her husband. Gakoba Montoyo Epa Akplekweba Akpleko. She was a woman with mystical powers, which were the beacon of hope for the Anglo warlords. Teshi had left the liver with the husband, but oral history has said that upon her arrival in the forest, and to her dismay, she met the first slave masters who arrived at the coast, planning to attack and made their ways into the cave, her territory of mystery. So she asked, Manya nutuvi vava we ava machigoa. Bama bama. She slapped the face of the earth. Yo, huashiadu. Woo! Ahalam low. Suspending in the sky, calling on the people from adjoining communities. Never miss her. Minye jogbama. Before the arrival of the people, Mama Teshi has single-handedly fought the slave masters, leaving many dead and rescuing her people from danger. This courage of Mama Teshi has since been symbolized in subsequent wars fought by the Epo people, including the Dachutagba War. That is why it's only women with her type of courage that are allowed to carry Joe in Kevi as the only meal to energize and to keep the men satisfied throughout the war. You know something? No. This women are later on installed to become queen mothers for the chiefs who fought and won the battles. That is why during wars, the Evers will not hesitate to invoke the spirit of Mama Teshi in her shrine to lead them. Mama Teshi,
my personal my comment on this is must we have best costume for these particular?
Okay, I can understand that.
Because this is actually then you're saying that the cultural representation in terms of dressing.
Oh no.
No, you've been from a different, yes, that's what I'm looking at.
Well, I totally understand.
Because I can make argument that all of them, I like all their representation in terms of dressing, because that is what represents them as a people in terms of dressing.
That's what represents the particular story they are talking about. So it's not just them as a people, but then that particular story. I'm sure most of them, they have that warrior regalia that they can put on. But then not all of them tapped into that warrior story. And so I don't think that costume doesn't do justice. It's very important that we have, the best costume, so that it also more like praises the contestants that went out of their way to be creative enough. Creativity is not just about, you said it's an art.
Yes.
So it's not all about the big English that they are writing, but then how you even project the big English into your stage props, into what you wear and everything. So everything comes together, for creativity. And I believe that costume, because maybe for someone like me, maybe that evening I'm not targeting best performer, but I'm targeting best costume, because when I look at all the girls, my costume.
No, why you shudder?
Also, with the costuming, I feel like I'm trying to remember her name, but she had granules as her
it was granules?
Yeah, it was granules.
I thought it was beads.
So I'm like, no, it was granules. So I'm like,
which region is that?
Is it Hama?
Yes, it was Hama.
Hama from the Upper East region.
It was
right?
granules.
Let me check if I can get
a lot of work into that to piece every peanuts together.
Oh, so a lot of times people think that best costume is just having the best outfit for the night.
I feel like
but then they are not just the best outfit for the night. Does it sync with your story?
Yes, and it's sunk in with her.
Yeah, I believe so. But then in all things, there should be that outstanding one. And for me, I even felt there was one other lady. Truth be told, I was thinking that Ifriye was going to take best costume.
She did. She looked the part.
So I thought she was going to take best costume,
but she didn't.
And I went to it went to Makafu, and looking at Makafu, initially I was like, did she really deserve best costume? Because there were other traditional.
I think they called 4 of them.
Yeah, and the fact that they called 4 of them, it means that every single one of them had the potential.
Yeah, the potential.
They could have just called it in. And so I don't think it takes anything away from them. It just, thumbs up, you're doing well. And so I don't think it's one that people should focus too much on. What matters is just getting better, every
each and every episode
you get better. Most eloquent. I was looking at Ira taking it. She took it as well. People would argue it on different ends. People would say Ira should have taken the most the star performer and all of that.
Ira did well.
So everybody has an angle they are coming from. There's one particular performance that the judge, I think the guest judge said that she forgot her.
That pained me.
I think that there were other people that I even lost.
Yes.
So there's one region, Western region. Honestly, I feel like Abna has to put in some more effort. Abna was the one that lost me.
Okay.
But then
You were not able to follow through.
I
for
mean,
some,
she
was
said the
trying
story.
her best to be engaging.
It wasn't.
And
she's
all
not.
of that, but then it didn't engage me like that.
Okay.
This is not for
Gen Z
anybody
language.
to come for me.
Oh no, but this is
I feel
unnecessary.
that-
From your POV.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and I feel like there was more she could have done because she was telling a story about Pepe. You know
Yeah,
how
true.
hot Pepe and
I wish
all
I could
I'm
get
trying
that.
to even remember the.
and so you understand.
Yes.
She lost me truly.
I saw Auntie Janet even mentioned
Mentioned
that
it.
at the point, but I felt like the way Auntie Janet even approached it was
a bit more subtle.
way. But then the guest judge made Titiaka, it was more like
It was too aggressive. Like
I felt like
it didn't feel like she wanted to teach her anything. It felt like I'm coming for you.
Yeah, more like not really. I'm sure she was just being honest, but that
There's a way to
honesty.
be.
I don't know if that honesty was felt, across
All
all
the
judges.
judges.
I want the show to get to a point where if one person says or gives a remark, a judgment or a remark, and you don't, more like Ivan says something that, oh, I don't like your shoe, and says it just blatantly like that, and truly it comes to me and I like your shoe,
You should say
I
it.
should be able to say it. It shouldn't be in sync because Evans has said I don't like your shoe, so we just have to agree. I feel like there should be that diverse,
Opinion.
And so I realized that when the guest judge said that, I don't know, I've forgotten who took it. I think it's Auntie Dibodi or someone.
Yeah,
and she
it
was
was her.
trying to now.
Because when she said it wasn't memorable, then
she has to follow suit.
No, but she tried to
It's
make
more
it.
like she's trying to, stand
Soothe
her
it.
ground.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I feel like whatever the woman said took away something that she was even going to say.
Yes.
Maybe it's similar, but then I just feel like
No, but she did kind of like state
So
your story. I
now-
followed it. It was
exactly.
good. So indirectly, I feel like she needed to do it so
that
the
it
girl
wouldn't,
doesn't Tiaka doesn't feel
So that's on the part of the judges.
yeah.
So you feel that we shouldn't be so.
We shouldn't all have the same opinion.
Opinion, yeah.
There are some instances we'll have the same opinion. No problem.
But
But then if you feel a different way towards something, I feel it should be out.
Yes.
You
Do not
shouldn't
let the
follow
next
suit
person's
because
remark,
maybe everyone said, I don't like your makeup,
outfit.
your outdo or something. And so because of that, I'm also
saying
going
the
to say
same
the same thing.
Yeah.
It takes away the credibility of the whole, thing.
That's true. I think you made a lot of sense on that, because I think that was one of the things that was a little bit problematic, because you see one of the judge pass a comment and it's like it's static.
And that becomes a precedent, like
Yes,
more
it's
like
static. So
It's not fair,
different.
we think that moving forward there should be the diverse opinion. So if Auntie Jibodi gives a comment, an opinion about the presentation or performance, there should be an instance where
Anti-comfort.
anti-comfort also say something that I think that goes a long way to be encourage the performer.
That's not to rubbish,
No,
what the
because
person has said.
everyone has a different way, a different learning style. So maybe your representation style doesn't really call to me as much as the next person, and it's fine if it calls to you more because everyone has a different style of absorbing things.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's
Right.
fine.
Exactly.
So I think we've touched on everything. We've talked about performance, the importance. This is Ghana Deluxe GMB's review. I think this is the first time we are starting this. We've given you insights to what GMB is about, the importance of why they should do what they are doing, because we are in an era where we don't have the representation of our culture. we wake up 24/7, we're on our phone.
Everything's on the phone.
There is nothing like folktales. There's nothing like that thing that oftentimes you go to the community center and then story is being told to all the children. We don't have that kind of representation. So GMB, just as Sidwa said, the number one go to the rest. They said
The number one and the rest.
the number one and the rest.
Exactly.
And so we've learned that if this is your first time watching us and even hearing of Ghana's Most Beautiful, that is all you have to know. This is just a review to talk about various episodes of various how do you even call it? Not episode. Yes, the various things that will be tackled through the 13 weeks, and they've done 2 weeks already. The first week was fashion.
Exactly.
The second week is folktales, and that's what we've talked about.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I also want the ladies to know that
Okay.
you know, just like we mentioned, they are still getting used to the stage. And so what the remarks that they got from the judges, be it bad, be it good, be it in between, you know, however it came with, you take it. Just like the parable of the sower.
Okay.
That, you know, they give different, you know, seeds to, you know, different people. They are the ones that scattered, you know, different places. It be soaba. Okay. Some yielded, some didn't yield. And so whatever if it's a good remark, it's yours to leverage on it and make it even better, elevate yourself. And if it was a bad remark, yours is to even go and look at the loopholes, how I can even get to the good before the better. Don't rush it. It's a process.
Yourself.
Exactly.
I was just about telling you to tell me your last words, but you've done that already. Or you have something else to say?
Oh, and then...
Oh, I should go. Let me go.
And one thing I want to say is that when the queens exit the house, the support doesn't end there. A lot of times we get people saying that GMB, the support is not, you know, as massive as, you know, when you are in the show and all of that. The thing is that people that support you, so people that support me, when I'm out of the house, they feel like, oh, we are done with her. We are done with her. So let's go to the next person. How do I build a fan base? How do I build a community of people who love me when you just leave me and then go to the next person? You can still, you can hold, you know, have your mother's love and have the boyfriend love too. So take me as your mother love and go to the next person. It's sad a lot of times because you finish the competition, no one is holding your hands. You are thrown, you know, out like that, and then exactly, and then you have to, you know, now build. You know, we can't build alone. We build with all of you, and so build with us. Don't leave us and say that, oh, the next person is the one we are supporting. They will also leave the show. Then what happens? We have all of these other shows. Now I see Perfect Match Extra, and then I see the fan base. These are conversations that maybe if you have someone who will say you are bitter about something, you're not bitter. But then I feel like the same way you people can criticize girls when they are on the stage. Hey, we are with you, you can do better. You know, GMB followers and all of that, they come as though they are the elite people in the society. They are the ones that can see a culture and distinguish and do. But when the girls leave, what do? Please follow us till the end. We are with you.
All right, please listen to her. Why she was the second runner-up, 2022. So
she knows what she's saying.
Yes, she knows what she's saying.
She's talking about.
Don't leave them ajar. Yes, ceremony.
Ajar, I said we
don't leave them destitute.
Okay.
So you
Carry them.
All right, so Yehoda. Hey, I nearly said Yehoda.
So I just want to say, at the end of the day, it's a competition, all right, but they should have fun. Build connections with the people they are with, learn what they need to learn, because at the end of the day you're going to come out, the real world is outside. Build yourself, learn what you need to learn, and have fun with it. Basically, it's not that deep.
All right, so have fun
what do you have to tell them?
What would you call it? I was just trying to run away from it.
You keep saying Yehoada. Is your God asleep?
What's the correct pronunciation?
Yehoada.
We'll meet next time. What did you ask me?
Is your God asleep? You keep saying
No, my God is not. My God is
but
there
the way you say it,
24/7.
active,
It's
function.
giving-
Yes, 24/7.
So
My-
please advise
Your-
the girls.
Oh, my advice is that we got you. We got your back.
Male representation.
Yes. I love the fact that you girls are out there representing each and every region. It is not easy to come out from your shelf to represent, despite the criticisms you're going to receive, people looking down upon you. But it's actually a stage for you you are doing something great. You are telling a story. It's how many people can come out there to tell a very own story the way it is. So, I mean, kudos to all of you. And we're wishing you all the best in the rest of the 11 weeks. For us, we wouldn't have much to say. We'll come here each and every day after each and every episode and talk about how the show went. I mean, from the judges to the contestants to the production itself. We'll talk about it. So, we'll hold you true till the 13 weeks is over. Once again, my name is Evans Ajukache, and I was in studio with Asiedua and Yehoda. Please mention your name.
Yehoda.
Okay. All right. So we'll see you. If you've not followed Ghana Deluxe yet, please just pick your phone, go to Instagram, search Ghana Deluxe, follow us, turn on your post notification so that whenever we drop a video, you're going to see. It's not only Instagram. If you want to watch the full video, go to YouTube and search for Ghana Deluxe, subscribe and turn on the post notification so that whenever we drop the review of each and every team or each and every episode, you get to watch it. We are only here to tell you the things you say in your house that no one will listen to. We will come and say it for you. The comment section is there. Leave the comments there. We'll say them. We'll come and read them here for you to see. Until then, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.